Coach, thanks for joining us tonight. As always, everybody, if you have a question for Coach, please utilize the raise your hand feature. Chad Bishop, we'll go ahead and start with you.
Coach, what can you say about Enrique? That's a heck of a night. I know it's fun to kind of watch him grow up before your eyes.
Yeah, I mean, it's very impressive. A lot of different ways. Great at bats, just getting on base, two-strike swing, hitting the ball into right field, into the seats, was probably the biggest hit of the night, but just jump-started us every time he got to the plate. The base hit with 2 outs, 2 strikes. I mean, it's very, very impressive, very aggressive, very attacking.
Robbie.
Yeah, Tim, I mean, you've been around the block for sure. Like, what can you put into perspective what, Enrique is doing this season overall as a freshman, his overall game?
He's attacking the game. I think that, there's reminiscent of a guy like Tony Kemp his freshman year, a young guy who went out and just, played it was no thinking. I've seen that certain points in time where there's so much innocence in the kid in his game that he just plays with a lot of freedom. And he's just playing to beat you. Austin Martin played that way. Tony Kemp played that way. There's certain guys who have that way about them where the only thing they're looking to do is just beat the opponent, and they keep it pretty simple. But yeah, I mean, he's fun to watch for sure. He's still got a lot of growing to do, so we want to keep things in perspective, but he's playing aggressively.
Chris Lee.
Tim, how do you explain the odd nature of Kumar's outing tonight, the strikeouts, but then the spells where he's getting hit and the wild pitches after he comes out throwing 16 straight strikes? It just was an unusual outing.
Yeah, he's probably trying to do too much, Chris. Probably trying to be a little bit too perfect. And when that happens, you start missing a little bit, and then you try to refine real quick, and you lose a command. I mean, that's not the first time I've seen something like that before. I mean, it looks like he's rolling along, but I'm always a little bit cautious when I see something like that too soon, too quick, because the game's not going to just move in that direction. It's just that's too difficult. But you know what? He gave us a good effort. It wasn't easy. In some ways it looked, similar to last weekend, in that 5th inning. He had to really battle to get out of that 5th inning, but he got out of it, and he got out of it with the bases loaded. And, we pitched out a lot of jams tonight. That game could have flipped real quick. I think, I don't know if our kids realize it, but it could have. We made some nice plays too with guys in scoring position, but yeah, Kumar's situation, he battled. I just thought he was trying to be too perfect.
Tim, when it flips like that quickly, is pitch tipping ever a conversation in the dugout, or is that something that you can figure out on the fly?
Well, I don't know if you can figure it out on the fly, but it always goes through your mind. When you see good swings on good pitches, or you see like breaking pitches and cross counts and there's barrels. I mean, it goes through your mind, but at the same time, that's a good hitting team. That's a team that has done that to some very good pitchers. And I mean, top of the lineup there, that's a very impressive group. Wilson is, I thought we got rid of the Wilsons when Ross left, but they left his little brother around, and he's a heck of a player. Denton is a heck of a hitter. So you got to credit the hitters.
Yeah, is there something in specific that you said to Kumar in between the 3rd and 4th inning, or the 4th and 5th, kind of have him galvanize and, change his perspective?
There's nothing. I don't talk to Kumar. I mean, Brownie does. I don't talk really to anyone. But no, I think, after those 2 innings that he had, I think he just tried to right himself a little bit. But if Brownie said something to him, I'll find out about it here a little bit when I take a shower.
Robbie, over to you.
Tim, is Isaiah Thomas hurt? And what do you think of Troy Lanieve?
Troy was very responsive. Troy's been a very patient young man. He hasn't always been on the 30-man roster. He hasn't always traveled with us, But the thing that Troy's done is he's just stayed quiet and very consistent in his work habits, does the same thing every single day. Very happy for him. You know, he started 2 innings tonight with hits, and, you know, it was a good 2-0 swing that he put into the gap, and then just to get on base later and on a breaking ball that he shoveled over the second baseman's head. So yeah, I'm happy for Troy. Got an opportunity because yeah, IT's out.
Chris Lee.
Is Jack Bolger, is he all right, or is that just you know, he was slumping and give him a break?
Yeah, Bolger's fine. Yeah, we wanted the matchup more than anything. We just thought this was the right timing for a guy like Troy. But Jack's fine. Yep.
Tim, CJ took a beating behind the plate at points tonight. He's played a lot. Is a day off for him maybe a conversation, or is you just keep on throwing him out there and seeing what you can get?
Well, you know what you're going to get. But yeah, he's having to block some very difficult pitches. I mean, he blocked five balls tonight with a runner on third base and kept the ball in front of him. There's not a lot of catchers that can do what he does. But I'd like to give him some time off, but Max is a little bit dinged up. And so, you know, we're kind of doing what we have to do, but it kind of goes with the territory a little bit. He's doing a great job of catching the ball, keeping the ball in front of him, and you know, throwing out runners when he had to. He couldn't do that tonight, but you're just gonna have to ride him out.
I can't remember a team that's been this banged up between the guys that have missed games and the arms that are out. Have you ever had one that at this point in the season was this dinged?
Not sure. I mean, yeah, from a pitching standpoint, you know, we're a little bit dinged up, and, you know, positionally a little bit too, but it's just, I guess, just part of it. So that's why you got guys like Troy Leneve, guys who can get in there and play, and that's what we do. It's next man up.
Max Hurst.
What is Thomas's injury, and is Smith on the 30-man this weekend?
No, Smith is not on the 30-man, and Tom's got a hand injury.
Chris Keenhold.
Coach, I know using Luke and Nick both tonight's probably not optimal. How does that shape up for the bullpen going forward for the weekend?
Well, you do what you have to do, Chris, to win games. So it's optimal from a standpoint of the result. That's all that matters. And now the next thing is just getting back here tomorrow and putting a good start together. And then after that, we'll kind of piece it together. We've got enough kids, but someone that hasn't maybe gotten the ball in the past is going to get the ball at some point in time. And that's why they're here.
Thanks for your time tonight, Coach.
Okay. Thanks, gang.
Thanks, Corb.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.